Hi, everybody. So I'm just getting my camera straightened out because I didn't quite straighten it before I went live, and I usually do that before I go live. Okay, we are going to pick up where we left off Wednesday when I had to leave, but we had been online for quite a while. So let me just grab my glue here. And I'm just kind of going back. We didn't do the sleeve, the page with the sleeve. And so we only have a couple of things to do. We have two things basically. On the front here, we're going to add, so I'm going to take it out. We're going to add a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 white matting cardstock. I need to cut this down. Sometimes remember we would cut those a little bit smaller. And one thing that I'm not going to put on here though is this. I don't have one. I don't know where it is. So when we're done, I might go back and put some flowers. But if you have this, I cut it. And I think it was something left over from something else we did. You don't want to cut. Let me show you this one. We don't want to cut this one, and it definitely is not this one because it's going on the front cover. We have the 3 here and I don't know where it is. So I will add something else when I'm done. I'll go back. Okay, I hope we got some of you here that's making the album. I'm just going to keep working. Again, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I did trim it. Just making sure everything's working because usually I see when you guys come in. Let me go ahead and add my adhesive, and then we will add one of the puffies to the back. So that takes care of the front. Unless you have your honeycomb, you can go ahead and add that up into the corner. Okay, let's flip that over and let's grab our dripping honey from our puffies. Hi, Rhonda. I'm going to grab my dots. And the round ones are different. Oh, I hate to waste them like that. Okay. Tell you what, when these are done, I pull it all out and I get all those good ones left. Hi, Christina. Okay, now we're caught up. I don't know how I totally skipped that page when we were working. So I'll go ahead and put that back in, and we can now move to the last page. Wednesday, we got as far as the crinkling. And we did our photo mat. And then I had to go. But I really like how it turned out. It turned out a little different than this one that had a little more crinkle there. But we'll go ahead and we can put this down now. And then here I used These guys, I only have one this time. And if you remember, I dumped my tray, so I'm not sure. It may have ended in the garbage. Because now this is going to be a little bit crinkly, and this is dried, which I think looks so cool. So we had a little fun playing with like mixed media. I'm going to use a little bit more glue. Just kidding. I mean, you got to open this. Oh, it's going to stop again. Come on. So just kind of angle it how you want it to be. I'm going to have to get more glue back there. Maybe. Let's see here. That should do it. Did I do this? You're not going to believe this. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I thought I did it upside down. You know how you get that feeling? Oh my gosh, it's right. It's not upside down. Yeah, sometimes these are little stinkers for sure. Get the caps on. I don't know why it's decided to be so difficult. We'll put the cap on as we're not working. Okay, if I had two, I would put two down. I have one because the other one's gone missing. So I will just put one up here. But you can see on here, I have two of these rivet thingies. Or I could use even these honeycombs. But I really liked this. I'd really like to have two of them, but I'll go with one. So one thing that I completely got ahead of myself was not sticking this underneath. And so I will see here, but I think it's definitely too late. We should have stuck that under. Oh, I still can. So I'll stick him there. And this was that one we already talked about, the 125. And I thought I had left it out and settled that, but I guess I didn't. Aren't you guys going to be glad when we're done? Hi, Monica. How are you? Okay, let's look for this 0125. I kind of think we already established that I did something wrong there. Oh, I did. There was a white. Okay, I remember this now. So mine's going to be a little more on the white side. That's just fine. I know. We're excited, but we've been busy finishing up some things today. We got lots to do all through the weekend. Yep, and then we will be retreating very soon. So this one was the yellow one. This one's more of the white one. I'm going to pop it underneath there. And I think, Monica, you're going to have so much fun at the retreat. Hi, Tamale. Tamale, it feels like I haven't seen you forever. So I'm just adding some ink here. I'll add some ink here. Oops. I'm going to add this first, which is a good thing because I kind of tore my paper there. So make sure you put this before the photo mat. Don't pull what I did. I do want this to be kind of off-centered here. Then we should have, there we go, this little single flower. Okay, flower time. So let's see what we've got here. That's the one. We have this one. And let's see, because most of this is on the cover, except for this one. Okay. No, oh, I think this is cover. No, maybe it's not. There it is. Okay. These are cover. The two that we're going to use, it has the flower. See how it comes up and then you've got more of the yellow. And then we have this one. What I did is I kind of intertwined them. And then we're going to have Beauty Glows Within, from within. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm hoping we can help you out. So it's good to be with friends. Okay. So what I want to do is, after you kind of intertwine them, We just want to make sure we have them somewhat attached. And also these inner, like these inner three, we're not going to add any adhesive because they're on the photo mat. Okay. We don't want to have any of them hiding. So we'll bring them out. There we go. So these top ones won't have adhesive. Then we'll add adhesive if we can after we lay it down. And we'll leave those up. I think it's good. Oops. Give that more time to dry. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, we are done with the inside of our book. Excuse me. I did not do anything to the inside covers because I really like them just plain. And you have some solid left, and you definitely can go back if you like. You can make a pocket or anything, but I left them, well, they're not plain. That gingham is just gorgeous. So you have to turn everything one by one. So your pages are now super heavy, nice and chunky, and so cute. Don't you just love it? So now we're going to do the cover. All right, I just have to get my pages turned over in this one. That for the cover, let's get out. The first thing we want is the ribbon. And I've got actually my bits and pieces here. We want the ribbon because we're going to put that on first. And then you want those two sheets. The very first day I told you, make sure we put those away. Okay, I know I put them away. There they are. I sent my hubby to go get the groceries at Sam's. I finally did a pickup, but he says still waiting. Oh, he's still waiting. Ooh, they told us groceries were done and nobody came out for him. I might have to send this to him. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Let me just send this to him. Okay. You know how they give you that code? Okay, so you're only going to want, Well, this is, you don't want, I guess it was a half yard. We gave you 2 yards. That's right. So you're going to cut a yard off, or just a little bit long. Cut a yard off. Don't need all that. And you will have that yard left over. And I'm going to, you dislike what? Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong, Christina? Oh, when you have to wait forever. You know what? Once I say something, my mind, it's out the door, and I forget what the heck I said. Yeah, he does too, but I told him he's got to go get the groceries. So the first thing I'm going to do, that's nice and straight, I'm going to go ahead and cut my points. No, I'm not. You know what? We might need to cut this. No, we won't cut it shorter. Let's just go ahead and cut our points. I told him if he wants to eat, I just can't. Well, hello from Canada. I'm doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. Okay, let's cut our points. We're just finishing up a project that we do have more kits available, so I did post the link, guys. Okay, so I'm going to move the cover for just a moment, and we are going to attach. We want to get this ribbon on here before we put down the paper. And you know, your art glitter glue will work. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. Remember, we do sell this in the store. But I don't know if it's any better. It seems good. Okay, I'm going to mark at 4.5. So we want to put this at 4.5. Oh, you guys are actually the greatest group of people, let me tell you. Oh, Tomalee, that's so sweet. And actually, I got to meet Tomalee. It's been years. I hope to see you again. She was at a retreat down in North Carolina, Greenville. Greenville, North Carolina. I need to go back there. I loved it. Okay. Now put it in about 1 inch. Yeah, many of you, I used to travel. I used to go do the retreats in different states. And then the thing was, I just couldn't bring as much merchandise. I couldn't bring as much stuff. And I had to ship it, have a place to ship it all to. That's when we kind of decided just to do them here in Utah. But I would love to start traveling again and going out to different areas for the retreats. All right, so we're going to add this. It's a slippery cover, so that's part of our problem. If you have clothespins, that's going to help. We have to prep our paper, so. Yeah, you know, going out and being able to go to like the South, I used to go to South Carolina. I mean, I went to North Carolina. We went to, of course, St. Louis, Missouri, super fun place. Because my father's from there. They're from Armstrong, Missouri. And it was fun traveling to the different hotels. Okay. Just making sure we're even here. Now, what we're going to put on the back, let me show you, because we do need to cover that. And I didn't want to cover it with paper. So we're going to be putting down that last thing of flowers, and then side by side always. Oh, what a cute saying, Tomalee, for tonight. Oh, yeah, South Carolina. It was South Carolina. Are you sure it was South Carolina and not North Carolina? Is it Greenville, South Carolina? I don't know. It's been a while. It was fun. I need to go back. Oh my gosh, Monica, I do things like that and it's starting to worry me. I told my husband, am I going crazy? I can't lose my memory. But it'll be like, I just forget. Okay, now I may have gone in too far with this, but if so, I'll just lift it and cut it. And so this is, oh no, I did not. This is where I'll be adding, these can come off. After this dries, see, I'll add this little cutie there. And that's going to cover up that spot nicely. Okay, you know what? Let me just, I think my husband is just not looking at the app because they just sent me another thing saying our order is ready. And it's telling him to tap. You know, it is easy to confuse it. I know. Okay. Well, we're not going to put you down yet. It was trying to stick there. And having it down flat will be just fine. Now here, we're going to cover it with our cardstock. So let's go ahead and grab the two pieces. And I know this is going to seem really weird, guys, but we're putting this on upside down. Okay. And the reason these are the same sheets. The reason I'm putting them upside down, if we put them correctly, let me show you. I didn't want to hide, the flowers are just going to be hidden behind all of this. And I just didn't like that. So I put it on upside down. But you won't be even able to tell. So we're going to put it upside down and then we're going to actually cut. It's not going to overlap this far, but I'm going to have you lay things down. And I'm going to show you, we're going to bring it up a little because we have the fence. Oh, I've gotten everything together here. So we have our fence. Do you see how that's going to cover the bottom? So I brought mine up just a, you know, so it looked more like normal matting. And then we had the beautiful flowers across the top. Oh, but you know what? I went over here and then over here. My seam is going to be on the left-hand side. I have all three beagles snoring. Now, the reason you're not going to see the seam, you won't even know it's there. First, we're going to put this frame here. I'm just doing some layout before we have this frame here. Then we're going to have this gorgeous bee house. So see, it looked like it was on its pole and it covers that seam the rest of the way. You don't even see it. Then we have this little beehive that's going to extend out underneath to look like it's still part of that. It comes over. And we are putting everything up on foam. So see, that doesn't, you don't even see the seam because then the next thing is going to be our lantern right on the seam. So the seam totally disappears. We still have all the beautiful flowers to make it look like it's out in the garden instead of down here hidden. And then once we get, we'll have our fence. We'll have our house. And you don't even notice anything missing on the bottom. Oh, Denise, awesome. I'm so glad when something I do helps people. Okay, so we're going to put these aside for a minute. And, you know, when I first started making this, I'm like, oh, upside down, upside down. Am I going to, oh, but yeah, it looked great. Okay. Now, when we put our paper here, I wanted this to look like the ribbon. So I just put the first piece to the left, but we're going to cut it because you know what? We don't need it all under there, but you certainly can leave it as and make it two pieces if you want. Now I'm going to just slide this up. Do you see how much excess is here? And I only need about an inch. So I'm just going to make a mark. Then I'm going to cut off straight up. There's my mark. Okay. Now we will want, I do want my ink. So with this laying down, we're going to ink everything here in a minute. Exactly where I want this and exactly where I want this. I'm going to attach these two together. So just go down the edge about an inch. Okay, make sure there. You can flip it over and just, if you need to, add a little bit more to close that up. And then don't worry if it's a little bit off at the top, because you can just trim it. And we're actually going to use flowers, and we're going to be covering a lot of this up. And we're not even going to see the seam. Okay. I'm definitely not worried about the bottom matching perfect because we're going to cover that with the fence. Now, if you're looking at this and you made it, if you're like, oh my gosh, it's too big, just trim it. Just trim some of the edge off. Okay. Now let's go ahead and place it. But I want to bring my fence back and just kind of make sure I'm not going too high. No, we're fine. And we're going to glue it down. Now let's I'm going up that seam to make sure it's secure. My grandson was here and he played with the dogs outside and it's kind of warm. And they, oh, I put it on wrong. Good thing I got a nice slippery surface. How many of you were screaming, it's upside down? Flowers at the top. I know, and it looks like a hot mess right now. Doesn't that look like a hot mess to you? Thank you, Tomali. I know, it looks like just a hot mess right now. Who would put paper together like that, right? But we did not work with the 12 by 12, so we didn't have 12 by 12s. And I just didn't want to put a 6 by 8 here. It just didn't, it didn't cover it up enough. Make sure we're securing down that ribbon. And my frame. So I do want to go ahead and ink these white edges. Denise, no, you know what that is? You'll get them in a huge bundle from Amazon. And when you get them, I mean, when they come, they're huge. They're flour sack towels. That's all they are. So get on Amazon and look up your flour sack towels. I cut them and you can wash them. I get this color. The white flour sack towels. Well, these show dirt too, but it doesn't matter. I've even just thrown them away. You get so many. I haven't bought any in like 2 years. Totally lint free, just flour sack towels. That's all. Love them. You don't have to throw them away. You reuse them. I just throw them in the washer. I need to serge them. I've been saying that for years, but I just use pinking shears to cut them into. I cut mine into like 5s. And then you have them and they're so great. Okay, make sure we cover the seam. So it's not going to be centered. It's going to be off to the right a little bit, or depending on where your seam is. So that's going to go down flat. Now this would also make such a cute shaker thing. You're going to have a lot of these extra from your kit. Okay, now before we continue, because we're going to start popping everything up, and I want to prepare the house. And you don't have to do this part. And make sure that when you do, you have your picture of Wilbur. That's from the one paper collection of ours, right? So, no, he just comes right out. I just thought that was cute. The whole idea is you can get a photo inside of there. And if you don't want to create the door on your house, you don't have to. Okay. And I will for you guys. I'm going to show you what I did because I like it to open and have a photo in there. So let's get our house. And I'm going to go ahead and ink up my edges. And the main thing when doing your fence, I mean, if you're gonna, I mean, cutting open your door, you want your knife. You're going to want to score this, okay? That's a lot of times if you do these and you don't score them, that's why they'll tear or they just won't work nice. I'm going to use a different, I'm not going to use that guy. Now I'm going to find a place on my scoreboard. And And I'm just going to go here to the outside of the door. Maybe I do need to use that one. So I'm just kind of finding a line. There we go. Now it's hard. It's heavy duty. And I just went, and then I went on the other side of these hinges. Oh, there's my ruler. Then I'm going to take my ruler, and I can feel that score line. Because I just want to cut on the other side of it a little bit. And also, don't cut to the very bottom. See where the threshold is? Stop. Did I stop? Yes. You need to stop. You want to be able to glue that part down. I just cut the wrong side of my door. Mine's going to open this way. Actually, no, it's not. I'm going to fix that real quick. You guys, you still need to score there, but I needed to cut right there. So, hold on just a second. I had a piece that I need here. Look at this. I don't know what I was thinking here. That's okay. We're going to fix this. Well, that's okay. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a second. So we want to cut this side. We want to cut across the threshold this way. I cut it on the wrong side. So I'm going to rescore. I just find a score mark and then I come down. This is going to be harder because it's now like super double. But I will work it. Oh, awesome. Okay, guys, let me look at this straight on. This way, and across the threshold. Do not cut that side. And I'm coming down. You'll see that shaded area. I don't try to go through it all at once. Then I'm going to come over here outside of the door handle to the left of it. I can't do the ruler, sorry. And then don't force it. ink will take care of any of the spots. Okay, now I'm going to have to work mine. Mine's going to be, yours should be okay to work against that. I've got that extra piece there. That's not what I want. Oops. So I'm having to be very careful. So yours will be right because you probably didn't do what I did. And I can't open mine as far. And in reality, mine will probably be glued back down, but I needed to cut it for you guys. So I will be putting just another piece back here and gluing mine shut because I cut the wrong side. But I could leave it, but I'll show you. So with your, it should open normally this way. But you can leave it shut if it scares you to do what I just did. And then this little knob, that was from our puffy stickers. Okay, so mine will still sort of open, but not enough that I would leave it. Now, because we want to have our cute little photo mat, if you're doing it as a photo mat area, I didn't want it to be white. The white was too harsh. And I wanted it to kind of look, you know, like it was inside of the, go to the lighter side, to the house. Okay. So I measured. You'll just measure, and you want about a 1/2 inch on each side. So let's go 2.5. And I did take it all the way to the threshold. So 2.5 by 4. I don't ink this one. So we are going to do it all the way to the bottom, which will also strengthen that area. Okay. And I would trim my corners so it doesn't come over the roof. Just glue this down on 3 sides. But let me show you. You see how this is wider? So keep to the very edge so that when you open the front door, you can slide your picture back inside of there. Okay? Because I used foam to pop this up, I didn't want it to go open like the rest of our book to put our photos down. So that's how that will look. And because I've got that boo-boo keeping my frame up, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue mine shut completely back to this. But otherwise you would open it and it kind of looks like the wall in there. It's kind of cool. But we all watched my little error there, which is okay because I like it shut too. So I will just be covering my whole thing in adhesive. Then I will come to the front to make sure I get it all down. And then I've got some little spots there that I don't like. Let me see here. You know, when I cut it, I mean, where it's not quite going back. Sorry about the extra stuff, guys. I did not mean for this to happen. So I'm just making the door frame a little darker to cover up where I cut it to open it. We're going to board it up. Now you can't even tell. Okay. All right, we're back to one piece. Well, I won't do that again. I won't cut. Yes, Tommy, and I almost said that word. But I have to keep it family friendly. Okay, the next one that we want to put down is going to be our light pole and our bee house. And the bee house is going to cover the rest of that at the top. So, whoops, let's grab our beehive. Make sure I do everything in order. So I'm using this beehive, and I'm just going to put, it was crazy how these two just stuck together really well. They match. So I'm going to just add my adhesive to, thank you, because I can't, I can't say it or YouTube will tell me I'm not family friendly. But I did think it at that time when I looked at that and thought, oh, I didn't just do this. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I've also created an album upside down. I wasn't paying attention, just working along, and I'm like, I got down with the third page, and I turned it over, and I said, this whole thing's been upside down the whole time. I was not a happy camper. Okay. Now, we're going to start pulling flowers. Well, we're going to have this popped up, so we're not going to have any problems. Now we've got our beehive down, and we're going to go ahead and keep to the inside because we want to be able to, we're going to poke flowers down in. Shouldn't have put that one to the top, but I can get some flowers down there. Our beehive, whoops. It's going to be kind of like, I'll show you floating there, but here's what we're going to do. See this solid one in the center? Because it needs some support. I'm going to cut one of my circles into 4s. And if you have some itty bitty ones, that's great. But if you add your support to our solid one, then your beehive won't get smashed up. Okay. The main thing is we're covering up that seam. And then see, it has the nice support that it needs. And it's good. Okay, let's, oh no, our fence we don't want to put down until we get our light pole and all these flowers on. So for the light pole, can't really unless you have a foam strip. Did I use a foam strip? I guess I did use a foam strip. Let's see if I have some left. I have some left. Okay, you got to kind of stay to the same thickness. So I'll just use that throughout. Okay, see how this corner is? I brought it up to that corner so it covers the corner. Then our light pole is down. Now here's where we want to get our fence kind of, let's bring it down and see it's going to sit in between your fence rungs, sort of. Should land about there. If not, that's okay. Okay, grab all your flowers because we're going to use a lot. We're going to use these yellow ones. Put them down there so hopefully you can see them. We're going to use the blue ones. Right now I want to grab some greenery, and the greenery I want to go up my pole is this one. You're going to bring it down so it covers the bottom of your pole. Right now, you'll just need to hold your fence with your hands. My blue stem's right there. And then I'm looking for a bunch of yellow ones. Well, let's take this one and just set it aside because we're going to use it up behind the house. Let me pull some of the flowers out. No. Okay. See these two? We want these two to be combined with this one. And it has yellow. For me, this was like a wildflower garden. And I know I went kind of crazy. So if it's too crazy for you, you can definitely cut back. So I'm just kind of right now looking and pulling out the flowers, and I'll show you. I may have just a few that are going to be a little different because that one was just, I think, a single one that broke off. Let me check this, and it sure was. So if you have this one, you've got these three here in the center. I'm going to actually take this little lone guy here. He's coming off because he's just going to kind of be growing up through there. And again, you can do any kind of placement that you like. And we have another, oh, I keep going back in there looking and getting freaked out. We have our last thing of flowers, which is going to sit here by the light pole somewhat. We have our flowers here. Oh, and then we're going to have some singles. okay, that we're going to add that are going to go underneath our bloom where you're planted. I'm trying to see what that one is. It's going to be this one coming off to the side. Oh, it has one of those, there we go, dots attached to it. But we'll put these underneath once we get that, kind of poked through. Then you're going to have, oh, these three little guys. Nope. Okay. And these were kind of hard. We're going to take them apart to stick them up through there. And that's now where we're going to head to. So like I said, if this is too much for you, you don't have to put them all down. And then we're going to pop this up over here on this side. These will all get moved. So what we're going to do first, though, is we want to get all these flowers down because I did not put the fence up on anything. You just can't. So after we lay out the flowers, oops, get these guys back here. We're just going to remember a lot of it's going to be under the fence. A busy one, huh, Tom Lee? Thank you, but I love the flowers in this. Now, the one thing with the flowers being up here upside down, see, you can't tell that they're upside down now. I got to quit getting so much glue on my fingers. Okay, we're going to move you guys aside. And then one of the main things is that we cover the bottom of this pole. So I'm just going to put the glue. And then basically, some of it might land down on the paper and some won't. It'll be just fine. Where's my rag? I lost my rag. Well, thank you. And then let's bring these yellow ones. Actually, I'm going to bring my little lone white one because he's going to just stick way up into these flowers. You kind of don't even know he's there unless you really look, because he blends in so well with the flowers. But it adds a little bit of 3D. And if you need your fence there, and then you might kind of need your house, but the house is going up on foam. So actually, if you want, well, you really can't because it's got to go down. The fence has got to go down. Okay, my next set is the yellow. Now, if you just want to do the bottom here of the stems, and I'll show you why, underneath your fence, then when we get the house, you can move them around. Main thing is they're going to be down where the fence is because we've got to put our fence down. So if you want to do that, and you could also, so let's do this. Let's just, no, we do need to glue this down. We're just going to kind of glue our stems. Let's put this over here. And then I will be able to like move the flowers if they're in the way of the house. Or if you want to, because flowers in nature kind of intermingle. Our wildflowers do. And then the rest up here we'll play with in just a moment. Oh, we've got another white one. Okay, let's take our fence, now that we've got the huge amount there, and glue it down. And I found it's easiest just to go up each fence this way. All right, I've got to find that rag. There it is. Oh, guys, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, let's take those off for a minute. To be honest with you, that's what our wildflowers look like right now. My hubby has them all down the fence line, and same with the sunflowers, because of they're just huge. So now I'm even going to move the fence a little bit for my fence post. And because it's just an old garden fence, you can do that. Now, if you have this down because you're going to use it as a photo, just put your dots around. I'm going to put it all over since I have had to enclose mine. But again, stay away from the top and these edges because you want to stick some flowers in there. We're going to pop this all up. You know, that's the one thing about ring binders that is fun. You can go crazy, or in any cover actually, even on mini albums. But it's fun to be able to pop everything up to make it just come to life. So I put the pitch right to the end of my paper matting. Oh, look at that. The flowers are just about where I want them to be. And now we can go ahead and dot these. And you do want to then glue them down. Oh, that might even look cute over on the, because I don't have to open the door. I'm going to have that on there just a little bit. And then I took the 3 yellow ones. And let's go ahead now and let's add this before we cover up anything else. Bring it over a little bit more. And let's put that up on foam. And these chipboards are quite sturdy, but do keep away from the top. Again, so we can poke those flowers down behind there. Okay, from the kit, You know, I haven't even been to the warehouse. I did take my twine. I just wrap it around there and I made the bow, if you like. And so that's the twine that was in your kit. I just wrap it around and tie. Now we can go ahead. I'm gonna pinch that bottom part off. It'll be just too hard to stick in there. I might have to, nope, that'll be just fine. So we're just gonna take this first white one and literally just poke it down there. And kind of let the stems go where they want, since they're so fragile. Oh, let's go ahead and glue this down. Oh, again, that one is like, I mean, it's not even as thick as dental floss, so wow. You guys, didn't I have my oh, there they are. I'm saying, didn't I have my tweezers when we started? Okay. Oh, it's really fragile. Yeah, it broke. So we're just gonna take it from a, there we go, different angle. And let's see what other flower. Oh, I had that one single flower. Oh, there it is. And I'm just going to break that stem off because it's not going to make it. It's just going to break anyway. Okay. Okay, let's see where, oh, where are we? We need to do our flower box. Excuse me. I think, oh, I have a little white flower right there. Oh, looks like oh, you guys, it looks like I have quite a few of these. So I'm just going to take this little bunch because it looks like I have, I hate to do that because then I'm going to have to put them all down together. I mean, separate. I'm going to kind of hold my stems together. Like those stems are just tiny. And that, move him. That looks like that's it, except for where'd he come from? I don't know where he came from. And I don't know if we'll keep him here. No, he don't need to be here. Okay, that is, let me get these up here. I think that's pretty close, except for this one has Wilbur. But oh well, at least now you know how to fix it if it got smashed like I did. This came from your puppies. It was It's on the second sheet, these little guys. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I used the rest of these inside when I just decided I'm just going to use these because they were so cute. And I took 3 of them and we're just going to hang them from, our, oh, and we're going to do the back there. We're going to hang them from our, okay, guys, help me here, inside. Because when you pull them off, I thought these are really cool. And I don't want to just not use them. And again, I took my powder tool and got the sticky off. And if you have cornstarch, try that. I know that's an old standby. I used to use that too. And we do have powder tools in stock. They're little, they smell good. They're a little tricky to get to work. In fact, I don't even know how to, there we go. It lasts forever. And to be honest with you, this works better. Hey, we're doing some more mixed media. No, just kidding. There, but you do have to get the sticky off. You know, that's a lot easier. Oh, goodness. I don't know what they're barking at. And it does. It smells so good. That powder will eventually wear off. So now I'm just going to stick some of those. Not there. Here and there. Because they're just too good to waste. Oh, that's so much quicker. A little wasteful, I know, but quicker. Hold on, let me get my other puppies. Did we have another? Oh, here it is. While we're at it. Then I just took one of the smaller ones. I didn't care for the black ones. And then they just kind of float along here. Let's see. Just something extra. Well, thanks for joining us. And that's how I did those little guys. And so we're done. We have now completed, oh my gosh, can you believe how many of these we've completed this year or this summer? We have 1 to go for those of you that do have Let's Celebrate from the baby. I will be doing that after the retreat, the end of, because I'm also doing the December daily for 2026. So we're done. And let's just do the back. Well, we're almost done. Let's add we worked hard, dear.
Holy cow.
Okay, come on. This is not closing. Oh, good night, Tomalee. And so now, that glued itself that way. I'm going to add this. Again, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. It really has held it well. Now, Fabri-Tac, though, it does dry shiny on if you get it on the album. That's the one thing I don't care about it. It's really thick. but it is made for heavy duty. Yes, we've had a busy, busy summer, but it's been fun. Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. Do you need, oh, no, you don't need it for the retreat. It's because this surface, the reason I'm using it. But you know what? It's good to have because it also does, well, it's for fabric, lace, glass, guys, leather, wood, and trims. And this shiny surface, see, it grabs it really fast, and I do like it. It's because of the surface of these albums. If I had put cardstock on here, I wouldn't use it. Okay, now let's get, I think it's one of our last words. But we did have a lot of these, so if you want one of those on the back instead, true friends, endless enjoy, forever starts with you, and then I've got side by side always, which I put at the bottom. And I'm going to use this. But the fabric tack is available at the retreat, Monica, you could pick up a bottle. I do love it. I just put it across here. It'll dry pretty quick. Not as quick as art glitter glue, but it does. Well, but it holds so much better on here. Okay. So now that is done. I'm just going to do kind of a soft close. I don't want to tie this tight right now until I know everything is super dry. So my bow's going to look kind of yucky. And okay, with this, you do need to pinch it because it's more like a cloth. So make sure you do pinch it in the center and then it will go much nicer. But I won't mess with it until that's dry. And we're done. Yay. We've done, you guys have done such a good job. And remember, I won't be live next week, except we'll be live from the retreat. We'll go live a few times. And when I get back, well, guess what? We're starting a new project, and it's going to be a Halloween one. And I can't decide if it's going to be G45s, mine. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. There might be more than one. I really have to work with my paper collections too. But there you go. And we're finished. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. And I will see some of you in person next week. I'm so excited. Yeah, we got to get you back to retreats, Rhonda, for sure. Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.